Hello friends, myself Anjum Gupta welcomes you all on another session of On Fingertips. Friends, in today's session we are going to discuss about the modes of nutrition in plants. Plant nutrition is mainly of two types, that is the autotrophic and the heterotrophic. In today's session we will only discuss about the autotrophic mode of nutrition. Now, what is nutrition? The process of taking in food by organisms to obtain nutrients for the utilization by the body for various life processes such as growth and development is called nutrition. Now, what are nutrients? These are the components of food that are necessary for our body such as carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. These all together are known as the nutrients. Now, let us discuss the autotrophic mode of nutrition in detail. Here, what does autotrophic means? Auto means self and trophism means feeding. Means the mode of nutrition in which green plants can make or synthesize their own food with the help of simple inorganic substances such as water and carbon dioxide is called autotrophic nutrition, and the organisms that can prepare their own food are known as the autotrophs or the producers. Here green plants are the autotrophs or the producers. They are only the organisms that are making the food not for them only themselves but all the entire living forms on present on the earth. Now, what does photosynthesis means? The photosynthesis term was first of all coined by Charles Reed Barons. Photosynthesis, the photo means light and synthesis means to combine, means the process of preparing food by the green plants is called photosynthesis. It can be well defined as the synthesis of organic complex organic substances from simple inorganic raw materials such as carbon dioxide and water with the help of chlorophyll in the presence of sunlight. Now, the chemical reaction that is taking place during the photosynthesis is carbon dioxide is combining with the water molecule to give us the glucose molecule, and during this process the oxygen is also released in the atmosphere. Now the green plants have the chlorophyll, a green color pigment in them which have the capability to entrap the solar energy, means the solar energy is then converted into the chemical energy of the food during this reaction of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide, the plants get them from the atmosphere, and the water is absorbed from the soil. Now, what are the various components necessary for photosynthesis? The first one is the chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, water, minerals, and the last one is the sunlight. Now, let us discuss them one by one. First of all, we are going to discuss about the chlorophyll. Now, the cells of green leaves and young green stems of plants contain numerous green structures called the chloroplasts. These chloroplasts contain a green color pigment that is the chlorophyll. This is the only chlorophyll that traps the solar energy. This energy is then utilized to synthesize food from carbon dioxide and water. A very simple activity you can perform all of that is, why does the white yellow portion of variegated leaves does not show the presence of starch? Now the next one is the carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is taken in by the plants from the atmosphere. Now how does this carbon dioxide enters the plant? This enters the plant through the small pores that is known as the stomata. These are located underside of the leaves, and these are guarded by the two guard cells which actually regulates the opening and closing of the stomata. Again, you can perform a very simple activity or try to find out the reason that why does the leaf of a potted plant kept in flask containing potassium hydroxide does not show test for starch. Discussing about the next one, that is the water and minerals. Now, as all of us know that the water is absorbed by the plant through the root hairs from the soil, and these are transported to the leaves by the xylem vessels, which run like pipes throughout the root, the stem and the branches, and reaches to the leaves. They form a continuous path or passage for the water and nutrients to reach the leaves. Now, the last one is the sunlight. As all of us know that the sun is the ultimate source of the energy, sunlight energy, and this is entrapped by the green plants. Again, you can perform a very nice activity, that why does a leaf covered with a black colored strip does not show the presence of starch. So it can be performed very easily, and you can tell me about the results you get. Now, what are the various factors affecting the photosynthesis? The first one is the light, temperature, carbon dioxide, and the water. Now, let us discuss them one by one. The light, the first one is the light. That is, by now we all of know that the sun is the ultimate source of the light. We get the solar radiations, and these solar radiations, the solar energy is entrapped by the green plants. We all of know this. Now, how does this affect the rate of photosynthesis? There are two things, that is the quality and the intensity of light, which affects the rate of photosynthesis. Means higher the intensity of light, higher will be the rate of reaction. That is why on cloudy days the rate of photosynthesis is decreased. Now, what about the quality of the light? Means chlorophyll themselves are the green color pigments, and they reflect back all of the green light reaching to them, so they work best in the blue and green, blue and red lights. So the rate of photosynthesis is maximum in blue. The next one is the temperature. Now, the enzymes present which are helping during the photosynthesis, the reaction of photosynthesis, they are only active up to a certain temperature. Means their range is from 0 to 40 degree centigrade. Below this and above this, they are inactive, and hence the rate of photosynthesis is decreased. Now, carbon dioxide, all of us know that it is a very important component during the photosynthesis. So carbon dioxide, when there will be more carbon dioxide available, the more will be the rate of photosynthesis. If there is less of carbon dioxide, the lesser will be the rate of photosynthesis. But if it is present in high amounts, means above a certain range, if carbon dioxide is there, it will become toxic for the plants, and the photosynthesis, means the rate of the photosynthesis will be highly decreased. Now, water is another very important factor that is affecting the photosynthesis. Means less than 1% of the water is absorbed by a plant and is utilized in photosynthesis. The rate of photosynthesis is lowered if the plant has inadequate supply of water. Means under the water deficient conditions, the stomatal pores will remain closed. This is due to the reason that it will reduce the loss of water by transpiration, and hence the carbon dioxide will not able to enter the plants, so that it will reduce the rate of the photosynthesis. Now, what is the significance of photosynthesis? All of us know that the plants are only the organisms that are capable of entrapping the solar energy and making their own food. Means they are not only making the food for themselves but all for the entire life or the living organisms present on the earth. So, we all are whether directly or indirectly dependent upon the food made by green plants. The next one is oxygen gas is produced during the process of photosynthesis, and this oxygen gas is utilized by all the living organisms present on the earth. Now, oxygen released by green plants is utilized by the different life forms. The last one is without photosynthesis, life is not possible on earth. During the photosynthesis, I said that the oxygen is liberated and the carbon dioxide is taken up by the plants. So what is happening is it is maintaining a balance between carbon dioxide and oxygen in the atmosphere. Now, besides carbohydrates, plants also synthesize the proteins and the fats. And we know that the carbohydrates are made up of simple organic substances, that is the carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. But the proteins reads the nitrogen also. So how does the plant get this nitrogen? We all of know that there is a lot of nitrogen present in the atmosphere, that but the plants can not directly take this atmospheric nitrogen. It has to be made available to the plants in soluble form so that they can take this nitrogen in. So for this we have two ways. First, the nitrogen fixing bacteria. These are the rhizobium bacteria present in the root nodules of some leguminous plants, which fixes the atmospheric nitrogen to water soluble compounds and which is later on absorbed by the plants along with water to get nitrogen. Another method is fertilizers. The farmers add fertilizers to the soil, increase its fertility. It provides nitrogen to the plants. You can get easily the NPK type of fertilizers in the market, that is nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. From this the plants absorb the nitrogen. Thanks for watching my video. If you really like it, press that like button and do subscribe my channel. Press that bell button to get the latest updates.